Whatever you think of him, there's no denying that Vladimir Putin has made Russia important again. Here he was in 2004, winning a second term as president against a field as hopeless as the one this year. Back then, Russia's opinion on world affairs didn't count for much. But as he said during this campaign, people are listening now. His long leadership has been designed to guarantee a continued direction for Russia down a very definite path, making sure there is a voice in the world as loud as that of the United States. At home, his admirers say his achievements have been enormous.
When Putin came to power, it was hard for us to understand that in our government, American advisors were working. Why were they telling us what to do? Nobody was talking to Russia about solving global problems. Our country is Putin's life, and therefore Russia's life is our president.
Actions which in recent years made Russia's presence felt have been utterly polarizing. The annexation of Crimea, turning the Syrian war to the advantage of the Assad regime, cost Russia heavily. Putin never looked comfortable at G8 meetings at the best of times. Now Russia is out. Western sanctions and the total mismanagement of Russia's oil and gas wealth left most of the world's biggest country impoverished, while a small clique in Moscow grabbed all the money. It is striking how Putin's popularity is very often at its strongest in places which have seen almost no material benefit from his nearly 20 years in power. It only goes to show how potent identity politics and nationalism can be, and they remain Putin's strongest cards. And so the people who run Russia are coming up against a problem. Putin's presented as the only man to keep Russia great, but after this term his time's supposed to be up. So who comes next?
One option is that after 2024 he changes the constitution, as they did in Kazakhstan and China, and he stays on as long as he is capable. Or, in the next 2 or 3 years, he will pass power on to someone acceptable.
Unless he decides to stay on forever, Putin will have to use this last term to cement a legacy. From the look of it, it will lean heavily towards militarism and even greater hostility to the West. It is, after all, what Putin does best. Laurence, Al Jazeera, Moscow.